Okay, welcome to another 8-bit face-off kerfuffle. This week I'm taking a look at Into the Eagle's Nest. It's a looking down viewpoint, and you're basically playing the part of a crack soldier, I think. And you're trying to infiltrate or probably escape from a castle. Now this game, if I remember rightly, Gauntlet was announced it was going to be coming out for the 8-bit machines, in my case a Commodore 64, and it, you know, eagerly, you know, looking for updates and Zap and that kind of stuff, and then this game appeared really out of nowhere, and it's actually a really good game. Now this is, sorry, I should have said this is the Spectrum one. It's kind of, it plays similar to Gauntlet. You know, the enemies aren't quite, there's not quite so many enemies, but there's more strategy. There's more about, well, you've got to collect keys, you've got to collect ammo and that kind of stuff, so, you know, it's got that in common with Gauntlet. But I've got to say, this version is really nice. The only one I've actually played was the Commodore 64. I think I also played it on, was it on the Atari ST, which I've not included in this because this is purely 8 bits I'm looking at. But really nice game, yeah. Basically got to try and, I think, escape from the castle. You've got food, you've got weapons, there's even dynamite and that kind of stuff. You've got to make sure you don't blow them up. I'm not quite sure, these are supposed to be barrels or something, I'm not really too sure. Or bubbles, looks like bubbles out of a puzzle bobble. But yeah, like I said, this game just kind of appeared, you know, I wasn't aware of any sort of previews or anything like that at all. It just appeared, and I remember Zap magazine, they were all over it, you know, and I bought it based on their recommendation. I wasn't disappointed at all. But yeah, I've got to say this, apart from the sort of not a lot of sound, the Spectrum one is excellent. Right, next one, this is the one that I played. This is on the Commodore 64. Now I noticed here it was programmed by Andrew Chalice, who programmed the very first computer game I ever bought, which was Frogger 64 on the Commodore 64. It was released by Interceptor Software. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, this is the Commodore 64 one, the one that I played. Scrolling could have been better. I mean, the Commodore 64, as we all know, has hardware scrolling, so the scrolling should have been silky smooth, but for some reason it's got the sort of, is it the, what's it called, push scrolling? You get to the certain point in the screen and then it kind of moves over. So that certainly could have been better. Graphics are nice and chunky, not as detailed as the Spectrum. Some nice sound effects. You've even got a wee sound from walking as well. Also, it was quite funny how early computer games always had a sound for somebody walking, whereas you don't really associate sound with somebody walking, but you know, that's what it was like back in the early 80s. Quite a small screen because the graphics are so big. You know, the actual play area, or the visible play area, is quite restricted. I mean, they could have probably have done away with the sort of the key ammo hits stats at the side and made the screen a wee bit bigger, but you know, that's the way they did it. But yeah, really nice game, really good fun, and like I said, in some ways I would say this is a better game than Gauntlet now. I mean, Gauntlet had a good conversion in 8 bits, but this one's probably got more lastability. So that was the C64 one. Right, next one up is the Amstrad. You can always tell Amstrad, it's always got really bright graphics. The graphics, the sort of the brightness, I don't know what it is, the brightness of the colours, they were almost a lot more vibrant looking, like you had to turn the kind of contrast down a wee bit. Again, it's probably got more in common with the Commodore 64 one graphic wise. I'm not overly keen on the scrolling, I have to say. Yeah, it kind of scrolls in character blocks rather than pixels, which I believe is, you know, the Amstrad's not. The C64 has got hardware scrolling, but the Amstrad doesn't. Yeah, the way it kind of judders about's slightly off-putting. But I've got to say, probably I like the graphics. I like how sort of dynamic and bright they look. I think that's a lift. I don't know what that is. There's possibly, there we go. There's possibly other buttons which I've not actually. I don't know what they are. But yeah, if you've never played this game, then you should go and check it out. It is a really good game. Alright, I appear to have used my only lift pass. Kind of reminds me a wee bit of Castle Wolfenstein in the C64, but obviously this is top down. So yeah, nice version. That is the Amstrad one. And the last one is the Atari 800. And they're really going to town with the walking sound effects. So again, Atari had an amazing hardware for scrolling, so it's a wee bit disappointing that they didn't actually utilise that in either this or the C64 one. Again, it looks quite similar to the Commodore one, similar kind of graphics. I think both of them shared similar graphic hardware. I'm maybe talking complete nonsense, you know what I'm like when it comes to techie stuff, but yeah, another decent version. Now I don't know if this came out for the MSX. I didn't go digging too much, but I know it came out for the. It certainly came out for the Atari ST. If I remember really, I don't think it was much of an improvement over the 8-bit versions. But yeah, to recap, Spectrum one, I've got to say that's really nice. Nice use of colour, no colour clash. Nice and quick. Commodore 64 one. Yeah, the scrolling's a wee bit iffy, graphics aren't bad. The Amstrad one, probably they've got the nicest colourful graphics, but I'm not overly keen on the sort of the push scrolling that they've used. And this one here, the Atari 800, I would probably say it's pretty much on a par with the Commodore 64, but I think the version that I'm going to go as my favourite, and like I say, I've never played it up until now, is the Spectrum one. I think it looks really nice. I like the way they've kind of used the shading and that kind of stuff to really portray the graphics. But yeah, there's not a bad version among this. Like I said, if you've never played the game, you should definitely go and check it out. So anyway guys, as usual, thank you very much for watching.